The smoke from the pyrotechnics filled the dome as the Colts made their way out of the locker room. We're set for football as the Colts get set to match up with the Baltimore Ravens. The first 2 months of the regular season down. What will the final two bring us as we're off in Week 9? Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And he'll wind up getting a couple extra yards here for his trouble to bringing it out of the end zone.
That's good.
He's down at the 27.
I'm not even sure what they have it on. I know motherfuckers put up ridiculous numbers, don't matter what. Especially this pass is some bullshit.
Carry now for the former Badger, Jonathan Taylor. And he powers his way up past the 30. 4 yards the result on the first play from scrimmage.
It is.
Second down.
Well, the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard
Definitely
run,
is.
so the offense is going to go back to huddle, feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run with the goal. Shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
Now they're going to be dealing with a 3rd and 7. Is that one officially a loss of 1?
Brings up 3rd and 7.
A tough spot here on their opening drive. This is 3rd and 7. From the gun is Eason. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled.
I thought they let you pick that one.
They team up there to pick up the first.
He put that bitch high in the air.
Receivers alive in a play. Never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
Oh my goodness, I threw it to the wrong dude. Good shit.
Picked off by Marlon Humphrey. And his crew
Alright, triangle wide open.
45-yard line. Well, it's no secret he's had trouble this year with interceptions, and this is a bad start for him. First drive, throwing another pick.
No matter who's broadcasting his game, that's how the conversation begins. Throwing too many interceptions. Can he take care of the football? If I were his backup, I'd be edging towards the coaches and saying, hey.
And I'm playing with Eason, bum ass. Oh my goodness.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
The 46-yard line.
No, I'm just trying to build him up.
Shotgun. That's taken in by Duvernay. That catch good for 5.
It get too bad, I'm throwing Brissett in.
Playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
Yeah, that was a good start getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really get
down the numbers. There he goes. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Mark Andrews, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Ravens have taken the early lead. I think it's fair to say there's nothing that gets a crowd to its feet quite like a big play, and that was something special there. Boy, was he moving.
Well, in this league where coordinators worry so much about drawing up the right routes, blocking assignments, misdirections and stuff, they have these precise arrows and movements. Sometimes the best plays just come from the schoolyard where you look at your fastest guy and say, go long, go get it, big man.
The lane opens here. He's past the 30. Room to run at the 50. Still going inside the 30. And they are not going to catch him. He's in.
That was a special return, and it happened because he's a special returner. He has to have that approval from his special teams coach's head coach.
It happens more on PS5 than it do PS4, I tell you that. It seemed like it. I don't recall ever having any on the 4.
Sometimes you just have to know when to break the rules.
One game, shit, on my other league, I had 2. But that was like the only ones I done had.
This will make it into the end zone. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. The last possession, these guys were able to tie the game with a touchdown. Now they'll have a chance to move out in front.
Yeah, let's give a big
Don't hit them forward, pull them back. They make some of the stupidest.
I know they're eager to get out there and put it on display.
Brings up 2nd and 9.
Off the play fake to Dobbins, here's Jackson. He's going.
How the fuck he's open?
And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45.
Dude,
A very nice
how the fuck is he open on that? I don't get that,
Have so
man.
many options when they have a 4 vertical route because they can hit any one of those 4 at any time, often for a big gain. But to me, the key is don't lock in on any one of them. It's best for him to look in one direction and throw in another.
A solid run on first down, gain of 7, leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
7 yards there and a first down.
Raven first down.
Here comes Dobbins on the toss right. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. That's going to go as a loss of 6, and it'll set him back for 2nd down.
At the 38-yard line.
And now Jackson will look to throw it. The Colts are going to get him. Down he goes. That's Darius Leonard, the linebacker who got in and got him to the turf.
Enough to start to have a good drive, quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
Now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
He'll find Dobbins out of the backfield. And he's out of bounds as he gets this down to the 45. 3 yards, all they could muster there, and it'll bring up 4th down. So on 4th down, here's Sam Cook to punt it away. That'll be out of bounds, and how good was that? They'll say the 3-yard line. That's where they spot it.
Good
That's how
kick.
you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. Eason going to throw it out of the shotgun. That's complete to Jack Doyle, the tight end. And he'll be out of bounds near the 30. In fact, right on the 30. A very solid gain of 27. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Now a play fake here on 1st down. Campbell making the catch. And it's a big play there as he is finally taken down on what will be a terrific final act to this 1st quarter. These 2 teams all tied after 1.
Tied 7-7.
1st and 10, Taylor now. They follow up that gigantic gain with the tiniest of pickups, 1 yard. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. They run with Taylor.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there of holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
From the gun on 3rd down, Eason. He can run for it, and he will. Good work by Eason that time, and it'll be a 1st down.
When they watch film of this game and hand out the grade sheets, he's going to really like getting a double plus on this play. Why? He scrambles and picks up a 1st down. But what else does he do? Protects himself by sliding and avoiding the big hit. Double plus, big-time play.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
On 2nd down, it's Taylor. He'll get this down inside the 10 for a pickup of about 3.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
And that is caught. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Marcus Johnson, his first touchdown on the year. And the Colts have taken the lead. Bouncing back nicely from that bad opening drive where he threw the interception. Drive number 2 leads him right down the field and into the end zone.
So obviously his confidence was never lost, and that's a good thing to see. Great quality to have. You absolutely must maintain that as a quarterback. I have to think that they're probably still on the script that they prepared for this game. Just the second drive. They've worked on these plays all week in practice. Put them
oh, my goodness. See?
Up to midfield. Now a crease here as he's past the 30. Look at him go inside the 30.
That shit crazy.
He will take this all the way. I know a lot of special teams coaches, they just want to keep away from him because that's what he can do.
And others have egos that their players can't keep up with. And they say, challenge him. Kick it to him. The way he runs as fast as he is, I wouldn't challenge him at all. I'd do everything possible to keep it away.
He is just a blur when he gets a full head of steam, and he got a full head of steam there. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. Good drive last time. Really effective passing the football. Do you maybe mix it up, now go to the ground game and surprise the defense a little? He's got a man. Complete. Past the 20. Touchdown, Indianapolis. T.Y. Hilton. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Colts strike quickly here for 6 points.
For as big and strong as some of these guys are, especially when you see them in full pads, it is sometimes hard to appreciate how truly fast they can move. That was incredible.
Extra point right down the middle. And the lead is now 21-14. From the 6. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18.
Their own 18-yard line.
Come on now, let's do this!
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They'll look for a drive to tie this up, down 21-14 as they have it 1st and 10. They run on 1st down, but it only produces a gain of 2. It's 2nd down now.
Well, every now and then we have to let a cliche fly, partner. And in this case, what do they say in the NFL? Your best ability is often your availability. This is an extremely durable kid coming out of Ohio State. Carried the ball every time they even thought about running it. Wore down defenses.
Rush coming, and he's taken down.
Lamar Jackson, for all the talents of escaping pressure that he possesses, he was helpless to do much of anything there. He had no chance.
And this came from the interior of the defensive line. And these guys, they're normally anchors of that spot. And they don't often get clear shots at the quarterback. But in this case, he got past the center and the guard in no time and got there to make the play.
Now after that sack, it's 3rd and long for Jackson and the Ravens. He goes full extension, and he's got it. How about that? They weather the storm of a 3rd and 17 to pick up the 1st.
Good shit.
You know, when we call a game, we talk about Lamar Jackson and his speed and his elusiveness and the ability to get him on the ground and how tough that is for a defense. But how about his development as a thrower, as a professional?
Throwing now, Jackson on first down. Dancing to his left. He's going to take off with it. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. 23 yards on the tuck and run.
Man, Lamar Jackson, we all know it, but he is just so elusive with the football.
I don't care how many times you go through tackling drills at practice and how many different situations you put guys in practice. It's not the same as trying to get Lamar Jackson on the ground. He forced 42 missed tackles last year. That's twice as many as any other quarterback in the NFL. To your point, very difficult to get him down.
Jackson's throw on target to Willie Snead. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. That's back-to-back plays of over 20 yards.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. And it's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
Danico Autry is in on the stop. And he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom. Quick, quick, quick. And what a terrific play, holding them to no gain.
They go play action now. Jackson. Stepping up. He's going to keep it.
Come on.
Jackson always a threat to run. He's got the
this shit go happen.
The NFL's leading rusher among QBs a year ago.
Containing him is becoming a big problem. We've already seen this once earlier on this drive.
Yeah, and so now 2 times this has happened. Do you adjust something?
Yeah, I think you do. I think you have something about your rush lanes. Try not to either get too wide or too narrow. Make sure someone is there waiting for him to take off.
2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
I have a feeling they'll stay committed to running the football, especially on the early downs. They just haven't had a whole lot of success just yet.
On 2nd and 12, Jackson steps away to his left.
That's complete to his running back, J.K. Dobbins.
And he takes it inside the 10 to the 8 before he's out of bounds. It'll be a gain of 6, and they're going to have a 3rd down. To throw is Jackson. Flush to his right. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. It's the fullback in the final seconds of the first half. And the Ravens are an extra point away from tying the football game. He's got it, and we're all tied at 21.
Ties the game at 21 apiece. Justin Tucker to kick off with
A couple of teams locked into a good one here. 21 all the score as the kick's away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Indy offense at the line and set to go. And last time the formula was pretty simple. One play drive, long pass. That maybe they just want to do that again, right?
And that's exactly how you want to draw things up, whether it's on your grease board, right?
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off around the 27.
Intercepted by the Ravens. They'll take over 1st and 10. At their
Final play of the first half, barring a penalty, as they come up on 1st and 10. Final play of the half here. It's Jackson. He's going deep for Brown. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. So thanks to the late touchdown, it's a time ball game here heading to break. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, and ready to get the party started for the second half. It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard.
From the 6. And able to get this out to the 25.
1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. We have seen a lot of points here in this quarter. For us up here in the booth, it's been fun to watch. The defensive coordinators probably scratching their heads.
Yeah, they're going a little bit crazy right now. But let's face it, all of our friends who play fantasy, they're enjoying the heck out of this show because most of them are creating and getting a bunch of points.
Yeah, points certainly not at a premium here. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Right back to Dobbins on 1st.
And this defense not giving him anything there. Maybe a yard up to the 36.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the 3rd quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
And that'll be complete to Dobbins.
And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled.
You know, Lamar Jackson last season, the first NFL quarterback with 3,000 or more passing yards and 1,000 or more rushing yards in the same season.
And we've seen both of those talents on display here today. We just saw another completed pass. And everyone knew coming out of college he could run the ball. But for some reason, we didn't analyze it throwing the way we should have. I think every time he completes a pass, he says to himself, take that, evaluators. You guys really missed the boat on me.
Another nice gain, 16 yards there and a 1st down again. They run. It's Mark Ingram. And inside the 20 before he's brought down.
And that one heck of a run right there. Once he got loose, you could tell that he was going to run a long way. That was pretty impressive. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10.
Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. Escaping the pressure right. The ball comes out. We talk a lot about setting the tone to start the game. Well, you want to start the tone right in the 3rd quarter as well, and nearly lost a football there in their 1st drive.
And sometimes we overdo it when we talk about halftime adjustments and what teams are going to do. Most of the time, it's just a matter of executing the game plan you brought in. But I'll guarantee you, they didn't draw that play up on the whiteboard at halftime. They're fortunate to retain possession.
Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the 1st half, and that's sort of continuing here in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe it'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
Trying to bounce it outside, but he's only able to get it back to the line of scrimmage. Defensively, I think they can smell a stop. Ball right around the 5 here, brings up 3rd.
And I think what they've done is they put doubt in the minds of the offensive guys. What do we do? Because now you don't have a go-to play. Either side they pick, throwing it, running it, it won't be easy.
Eluding the pressure right. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
They certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
Tucker's kick is good. And the Ravens strike first at 3-zip. Well, they don't get a touchdown here in the opening drive of the 3rd quarter, but I think maybe you still say mission accomplished as they come away with the lead.
No, absolutely. You keep the pressure on, right? You go downfield, get some points up on the board, and hope that you've motivated your defense to take the field and hold that lead.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
Come on.
They have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve.
Eason on 2nd down.
Look at that bullshit, man. Wow. Fuck the running back gets stuck, man.
Make that now 8 sacks in the season. Well, there was 2nd long. Now it's 3rd and even longer. They're going in the wrong direction here.
Because they're moving them exactly the way they want to, but you're exactly right. Definitely going in the wrong direction for the offensive guys.
After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
No run call here. They'll look to throw instead. He'll take a shot downfield for Pittman.
And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
Yeah, man just fucked me out this game.
Run and punt the
Boy,
football or
boy,
try to take
boy.
your shot at getting the first down. They chose the latter, but they'll have to punt all the same.
And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. That's pulled in at the 32. That'll be put in the books as a 53-yard punt. And the Ravens, they'll take over. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense. Run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try to increase your lead in a big way. And the best way to do it, touchdowns.
2nd and 10. Here's Jackson again. Flushed out right. He's going to take off with it. He's got the first down and more past midfield. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. A gain of 28 yards there and give him a first down.
And Brandon, this is the time of the game when Jackson could really take over. He's got the defense's legs a little bit tired. He's got them on the run.
Yeah, this defense looks gassed, and you're exactly right. Second half with the lead, this is when Lamar Jackson seems to thrive. On 1st and 10, it's Dobbins. And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time and making it work.
J.K. Dobbins, the ball carrier. The tackle made at the 24-yard line. A gain of 2 brings up 3rd and less than a yard.
And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. The Ravens on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. They're looking at 3rd and a few inches. And he will have the first down across the 20 to the 19-yard line. Give him the 3rd down conversion, 5 yards on the play. Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. They'll run on 1st down. Dobbins. And out of bounds all the way down at the 3. That one goes for 16 yards. It sets him up 1st and goal.
Brandon, sometimes it just comes down to the power of suggestion because I know exactly what they said all week long. We're coming off the open week. We'll have the fresher legs in the 4th quarter, and they will wilt when we get to that point. And right now, it appears that they're thinking that exact thing.
Yeah, offensively, they had the bye last week. Defensively, did not. Is that really a big factor? Is that more talk during the week?
I think the more that you talk about it, the more that you emphasize it, the more sometimes it comes true for your team.
From back at the 4, here's 2nd and goal. Stepping it, and he will force his way into the end zone.
Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness, man.
A 4-yard touchdown scamper. And the Ravens will extend their lead.
This defense, so many things to worry about in the red zone area, but you'd have to almost think that Lamar Jackson running the football, that might be number 1.
It should be number 1, and in this portion of the field where things shrink a little bit because the receivers can't run past anyone because they'll run out of real estate, you should have all eyes on Lamar Jackson when the ball is snapped and try and keep it back in the pocket.
Yeah, I don't think that they were surprised he was running it there. They just couldn't stop him, and he ends up in the end zone.
The Indy offense at the line and set to go.
Yeah, the script really is flipped for them. The momentum on the other sideline, and now they have to try and battle back from a 2-score deficit.
Oh my goodness, the bullshit continues.
Picked off here by
Wow.
Jimmy Smith. And he will return this one to the 30-yard line. Certainly not what he was hoping for, Charles. That's now 3 interceptions in this ball game.
But there's a lot of knowledge to be gleaned every time you throw an interception if you do things
Good game, dude. Man, definitely don't want me to win this
pretty
bitch.
darn good quarterback along the way who threw a lot of interceptions early, learned from them, and became great later.
Who would that be?
And
all the way for a Ravens touchdown. Hollywood Marquise Brown, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Ravens have used the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. Tucker with the extra point, and that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown.
Fielded a couple yards into the end zone.
And all deep in his own
Why not? Why the fuck not?
And it's picked up
Wow.
by the Ravens.
Oftentimes when we talk about piling on in any subject, it's a negative. In this case,
Wow.
for this team, it's a real positive. Just scored. Now they go down, knock the ball free, get it back. They got a chance to really increase their lead and put themselves in the driver's seat.
On the other side, a little insult added to the injury. They're in a bad spot. And they'll get 4 there, down to about the 12-yard line. And I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
The offense on 3rd down tonight.
That bullshit.
Not bad. They're looking at 30 yards of the football. They'll try to run for it with Dobbins. And he's able to pick up the first before he's brought down inside the 5 at the 4. They give him 2 yards there as they're set up now with a 1st and goal. They'll run with Dobbins. And he goes backwards on this one. Losing yardage to the 7. A loss of 2 there. 2nd down.
Well, if this defense has any hopes of getting back into this game, they've got to start right here and keep these guys out of the end zone. That's a good step 1 on that play.
Being chased out left. He'll run it. And he is into the end zone.
Oh my fucking. Oh man.
Lamar Jackson, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Ravens will add on to their lead.
This type of scenario bullshit that's been going on this last quarter, and that bullshit is why people quit games. The man just be on too much.
Defense's room after playing Lamar Jackson and watch the tape.
Wow.
See how much of a lane was really there and how much he created just through his talent. In any event, Lamar Jackson finds the end zone, doesn't he?
He always seems to, but that's a good point. We sometimes put blame on the defense. Maybe we just need to praise Lamar Jackson a little bit more.
Justin Tucker to kick off for Baltimore.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown.
Fielded a couple yards into the end zone.
Now a hit and a loose football. And it's picked up by
Oh my goodness.
And this is
Wow.
for a Baltimore touchdown. So they get the 1-score kickoff, get a fumble, take it right back to the
I ain't
house.
never quit no game, but boy, I swear this is some bullshit.
It's like a big 1-2 punch that may lead to a knockout.
And his kick is right through.
Ravens 52.
Man, this is.
So here's the kickoff now as he'll get it again following that fumble return for a score.
Fielded a couple yards into the end zone.
Oh, a good-looking return set up here.
And all in all, a pretty solid return. Nearly got it to the 35. They'll mark it officially at the 34.
Shit crazy. It's all good.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive.
And you see a lot of frustrated faces as they are inching closer to a 4th straight loss.
And he'll rumble for about
This is going to be 4 straight losses I had coming in.
That's a really good game right there. They
Started out hot.
halfway to a first
Fizzled
down.
out like a motherfucker, boy.
Everyone's going to want to touch the football. Be a lot of chattering now because they've seen that they can move the line of scrimmage.
He's got a first down and then some at midfield. And he is finally brought down at the Ravens' 31-yard line. A gain there of 30 big ones.
First and 10 at the 31.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. So the Colts in possession of the football as we get you reset. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. On 1st down, Jacob Eason.
Oh,
His pass is intercepted for
I don't know what happened to my tight end, but that nigga got bumped, dog.
And he returns it
Wow.
up just shy of the 20 to the 19-yard line.
Wow, he just got completely taken off his damn route. Look at that dude, just 58 on your team just took that motherfucker out. Wow. Wow.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup? Let him get some time.
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2015 season, I commentated on 3 games in a row. There were blowouts. And in none of them did the starting quarterback ever come out of the game with the team to have a big lead. And in each instance, I asked the coaches later on, why didn't you do that?
Strip.
And they all looked at me and said, just don't really do that in the NFL. We you know, these guys play, and we just play them all the way through. Now, in certain situations, they will take them out, but for the most part, they're not as worried and concerned about getting them out of the game. And that's always puzzled me a little bit.
And they will only muster a yard here to the 38.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
38-yard line, 2nd and 9. Jackson on the give to Dobbins. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield.
Well, that kind of hit will certainly fire up your team both on the field and on the sideline. Tackles for lost yardage, they're always welcome.
On 3rd down, here's Dobbins. And they'll get him down at about the 37, well short of the 1st. Just a gain of 2 there, and it's going to bring up a 4th down.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough in run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do.
And he fumbles this shit too.
A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
So well done there. And these punters, they get more specialized and better each and every year, don't they?
They sure do. And now it's really not the American punters. It's the Australian punters with their kicking academies and that flat drop and just kind of kicking the nose of the football. They're able to almost stop it where they want to, like a good golfer can check one up.
And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. Officially, it's a 1-yard
until the 4th quarter it was.
I don't think any of us were surprised that they decided to start this drive on the ground after the last 2 drives ended in interceptions.
Unfortunately, though, not a lot going on that first play.
Yeah, I think the anticipation was felt also by the defense.
A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory. And the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week. We'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points. Allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.
So for Baltimore, the win means they'll finish the first half at a respectable 5-3 record. And they'll get another road test.